A pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Leibold Field in Richmond as we bring you high school football right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Tonight, it's the Connersville Spartans coming off an 0-10 record last year, and your Richmond Red Devils 2 wins a season ago. And, of course, a lot of changes from a year ago to this season. For the 4th year in a row, Richmond's program under a new head coach, Tony Sonsini, former Red Devil player, former assistant coach, a former assistant coach also at Earlham College, takes over the reins. Tony Lewis moving on to Jasper after just one season here in Richmond. So now a new system put together for the Red Devils this season. Richmond winning 2 games last year, both wins against the Connersville Spartans. Promises, though, to be an interesting game tonight. Connersville has a veteran quarterback back. The Red Devils have a freshman quarterback ready to take over the reins here tonight as well. So a brand new high school football season, and we're ready to get this one underway as well. You see the Red Devils warming up as we speak. All brand new uniforms, brand new helmets, brand new decal, everything brand new as the Red Devils look to start over here in 2019. When we come back on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we're going to hear from head coach Tony Sonsini, get his thoughts about their scrimmage last week on the road at Delta, their preparations this week as they get set for Connersville tonight, and we'll look at the game notes coming up a little bit later as well as we'll scout this Connersville team in a moment. Stay right there. This is the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance knows you're good at fitting one more dish in an already full dishwasher. We're good at your insurance.
Dad.
You're good at pretending to be asleep.
Dad.
We're good at your insurance.
Dad.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connersville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price 'em better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
This is one of those weeks where
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Lovell. This is our first edition of the Commissioner's Corner, our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. Bobby, welcome back. And 320 schools playing football. We have fall sports in full swing. Football literally kicks off Friday night. It is a fun time, an exciting time as the new school year begins around our state.
Well, it's great to be back with you, Bob, and it is an exciting time to be a high school fan or a high school student athlete. We start off our football season Friday night, and it looks as though we're going to have some great weather and some great matchups at first game of the season. And then, of course, our other sports have already been playing some contests. Girls golf's been going on for over a week, and so things are going well, and contests are being played. Kids are out there having fun, and that's what high school sports is supposed to be about.
It's early, but obviously we've talked about this before. Participation numbers just seem to continue to rise each year around our state. They do, and I think that's a testament to the programming that our member schools are providing for young people. Schools are growing, obviously, and that creates more participation as well. But it's always a comforting point to look at when you see numbers continue to rise. That means kids are playing and they're learning those lessons in that athletic classroom that are very valuable in life. He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. We're talking about the fall sports season. We talk every year about this because it's so important, and that is the continuing initiative of the IHSAA with the student-athletes and coaches and fans and everyone involved with the issue of sportsmanship. And while we tend to focus on it in team sports like football and basketball, what have you, it's extremely important for all sports in which our kids are involved.
It is, Bob. This is education-based athletics, and we're trying to teach young people life lessons. And part of that life lesson is how to be respectful and how to accept adversity, how to deal with it. And that's what athletics can provide at times. You're not going to win every single contest. You're not going to have your way every single time. So it's important to learn how to deal with that. And that's going to be a lesson that young people take with them to the next level, whatever that might be, when they leave high school. And we think it's so important that we teach those lessons. And so our sportsmanship initiative surrounds those concepts. We actually have released a new sportsmanship kit to all of our 410 member schools. And again, focus on adult behavior. As adults, we need to get better. We've got to get better for our young people and make sure that we understand these are games for kids and that we're going to try to do the best we can on their behalf to make sure the high school experience is robust and enriching.
You know, one impact of a lack of sportsmanship is a continuing struggle to find competent officials to do your games and matches around the state, and that has a tangible effect because of the behavior of adults.
Well, it is, Bob, and we have a bylaw that says that a member school cannot engage in a contest unless there is a licensed official present. And we are getting to a critical mass with some of our sports where the number of officials is such that our member schools are having to postpone and or cancel lower level contests because there's simply not enough officials. Part of that, not all of it, but part of it is because of the behavior that they encounter from all constituents within the game, whether it be adult fans, whether it be coaches, whether it be student athletes, school administrators, and the association has put together rules and protocols to deal with that. But at the end of the day, we just got to get better as adults. And if we've got folks out there that want to give back to their sport and they want to become an official, we're going to do our best to make sure that that experience is something that they can be proud of and something they can do to give back to student athletes.
The commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. We start the fall season with the Commissioner's Corner every week here on the IHSA Champions Radio Network. Commissioner, it's always great to talk to you. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Well, the wind is really picked up here for some reason at Leibold. The wind now out of the north, probably at 30 miles an hour, so kind of a weird gust of wind. We apologize for not having the Tony Sonsini pregame. For some reason, the file didn't want to play. We'll hopefully get that rectified coming up next week. Today's game brought to you in part by Midwest IT Support. For more information, give them a call at 765-239-9668. Let's go ahead and scout the Connersville Spartans coming into this one. Again, they went 0-10 last year. They lost to the Red Devils both times, 34-16 and 31-7 in the sectional game. They'll run a flexible offense here tonight, generally a 3-3 defense. And they have a returning quarterback, Adam Kelly. Didn't throw a lot last year, 37 of 96 for 527 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions on the day. And, of course, we're going to see him tonight. We'll see Landon Serqua, 834 yards last year and 8 touchdowns on the season. Those will be the 2 main players to watch here tonight. Now, last year in the 2 matchups, Adam Kelly, 10 of 20, 125 yards and a touchdown in the first game. Landon Serqua had 15 carries and 84 yards as the Spartans ended up with 265 yards of total offense. And you may remember going back to that game, Alex Snedeker was the starting quarterback. Wyatt Bird, though, had the big game, 15 carries, 189 yards, and 4 touchdowns in that first game. And, by the way, Snedeker just 34 yards passing on the day as the Red Devils ended up rushing for 346 yards. Then in Game 2 in the sectional, Richmond beat Connersville 31-7 in that game. Adam Kelly only threw 6 passes in that game as the Red Devil defense came up big, holding Connersville to just 142 yards of total offense. Zach Hill, by that time, became the starting quarterback, 4 for 5, 103 yards and a touchdown. Wyatt Bird had another big game, 33 carries, 217 yards and 4 touchdowns. So in 2 games last year against Connersville, 8 touchdowns on the ground by Wyatt Bird. And they did lose some key players from last year. Jason Beckman, their linebacker, an excellent linebacker. Warren Toole, the wide receiver. And, of course, Braden Schaefer, their tight end linebacker, is no longer with the team as well. But they got a lot of guys coming back. And certainly we'll see a lot of those players coming here in tonight's matchup. When we come back, it's already been a rough start. As we said, the wind has already picked up again for whatever reason, and everybody's kind of blowing around all of a sudden. We'll come back in a couple of moments and run down the schedule for tonight. That's coming up next. This is the pregame brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance knows you're good at fitting one more dish in an already full dishwasher. We're good at your insurance.
Dad.
You're good at pretending to be asleep.
Dad.
We're good at your insurance.
Dad.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Are you looking for the right place to work out, a place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Still about 10 minutes away from the opening kickoff here tonight. Red Devils season openers. They take on the Spartans of Connersville. Thanks for being with us. Next week, the Red Devils will hit the road. In fact, schedule will be home, away, home, away. It will rotate the entire season, so Richmond will not have back-to-back home games unless at the end of the year they end up playing a home game in the sectional where they finish out against Kokomo coming up at the end of this season. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise, another great sponsor of Red Devils football. Jason Wise, the Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group, has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. Again, 969-3400. As you would expect, it's an opening night of high school football, not only around the NCC, but around the area as well. Let's go ahead and start with the North Central Conference. Anderson opens up on the road at Yorktown. Marion ranked number 1, and we'll get to those polls coming up in just a few moments. But Marion is home tonight against Eastbrook, and Eastbrook, a very good 2A football club. McCutcheon is hosting Guerin Catholic. Harrison on the road at Westfield Tech, a team we'll see in the NCC opener in a couple of weeks. They're hosting Indianapolis, Washington. The rivals Muncie Central and Delta hooking up at Delta tonight. Kokomo, what an opening they have. They will get New Pal, ranked number 1 in 5A, the defending state champions at Kokomo tonight. Logansport is hosting Peru. They host them every year. And then Lafayette Jeff is home against West Lafayette. Of course, all week long we've been previewing, in fact, about the last 3 weeks, all of the area teams. And now tonight they finally get underway, and many of them will be playing the TEC game right out of the chute. Not ideal, but they don't have a lot of choice because of the way the schedule is set up now in the TEC and has been for the last couple of years. Centerville is at Lincoln, Knightstown at Hagerstown, Northeastern, they're on the road at Union County, Winchester home tonight against South Adams, and Union City is at Tri. In the MAC tonight, Monroe Central, a very good football program, home against Blackford. Eastern Hancock is at Northwestern. Shenandoah has a tough one tonight. Should be a great matchup. They and Indianapolis-Scecina will hook up. And then Westdell is at Alexandria. And in the Eastern Indiana Conference, and only Connersville here tonight, Batesville is at Jennings County. East Central is at Lawrenceburg. Franklin County opens up at Newcastle. Rushville at Milan. Shelbyville at Greensburg. And South Dearborn is on the road at Seymour. When we come back in a couple of moments on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we're going to run down the preseason top 10 in each of the classes in high school football. Stay tuned. That's coming up next right here, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Think about the moments in your life, moments you might miss if you become ill. People often ignore their own health, even when their body is telling them something isn't right. Routine health screenings could be the difference between catching it early when it's more treatable or waiting until it's too late. Make time to have an annual wellness visit. Keep up with routine screenings so you don't miss out on any of your moments. Reed Health's team of experts can keep you in control of your health, making sure you stay right where you belong. Reed Health, right beside you.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance knows you're good at fitting one more dish in an already full dishwasher. We're good at your insurance.
Dad.
You're good at pretending to be asleep.
Dad.
We're good at your insurance.
Dad.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
The Indiana Football Hall of Fame in Richmond, Indiana was founded in 1973. Its mission is to honor the men and women who have excelled in high school, college, or professional football based on their coaching, athletic ability, citizenship, scholarship, and significant supporting contributions to the game of football. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame includes retrospection from Indiana's prestigious football history, from the late 1800s to the present. When you visit the hall, you'll see the names like Weebu Bank, Vegas Ferguson, Newt Rockne, and Lamar Lundy. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame is located at 815 North A Street in Richmond and is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. There is no entrance fee and donations are appreciated. Take time to visit Indiana football history at the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. Boy, beautiful night here. In fact, temperatures are supposed to get down into the 60s. Thanks wherever you may be watching here tonight. Tony Sonsini taking over the Red Devil program, and boy, he's excited about this one here tonight. The captains will be meeting in a couple of moments at midfield, and we're just, I'd say, about 5 minutes away from the kickoff of this brand new high school football season. The Associated Press media poll came out late this week, but it did come out. 6A Carmel is number one, and guess who they play? I think they play Center Grove tonight. Either that or it's Warren Central and Center Grove. Whatever the case is going to be, three of the top teams in the 6A poll, two of them are going to meet tonight. Carmel number one, followed by Center Grove, Warren Central, Brownsburg, and Avon. Lafayette Jeff out of the North Central Conference, they are coming in at number 8 this week. In the 5A poll, the state champions, New Pal, is again number one, and they're loaded again this year. They're followed by Fort Wayne Dwenger, Decatur Central, Michigan City, and Cathedral. In 4A, we mentioned the Marion Giants. They're ranked number one in 4A, followed by Evansville Central, East Central, Mooresville, and Northwood. In 3A, West Lafayette is your top team, followed by Chittard, Gibson Southern, Brebeuf, and Heritage Hills. In 2A, Western Boone, Eastbrook, Cecina, Andrean, and Pioneer. And finally, in Single A, Lutheran, North Vermilion, along with South Adams, Adams Central, and Monroe Central. Those are your top 5 teams in the 1A rankings. Today's game brought to you in part by Christy Croft at Century 21 Bradley Realty. For more information, give her a call at 260-466-7402. Again, 260-466-7402. Christy Croft at Century 21 Bradley Realty. Also go to thecroftteam.com. While we have a moment, let's go ahead and run down your starters tonight. First off, for the Red Devils across their offensive line, Blaine Pierce, along with Sam Gamboa, Clayton Raper, Branton Thomas are the starting guards, or should say tackle to tackle. Also in the wide receiver spots will be Sean Alexander, John Carter, the H-back for tonight's matchup for the Red Devils. And they have decided to make a little bit of a change here. I understand they have moved now. Sakai Maitland will now be the H-back, and then the Y receiver will be Eli Irvin. So a little bit of a change there. And then Drew Van Vliet will get the start at quarterback, and Wyatt Bird will be the starting tailback. And I venture to say that Wyatt is going to get a workout in this one here this evening. For the defense, let's go ahead and run down the defensive starters tonight for the Connersville Spartans across their front line. They will go with Braden P. He is 6'1", 230. He'll be at a defensive end spot. Evan Schaefer, the other defensive end. Number 9, Dallas Langley and Alex Fox are the two defensive tackles. The two linebackers, Landon Serqua, as well as Mitchell Blakely. And then they'll go with two corners. And I do want to mention Adam Kelly's the other outside linebacker. So they really go with three linebackers, but Adam Kelly, the starting quarterback, will be the other linebacker. Gavin Lynch, the strong safety. Chad Owens, the free safety, with Rudy Brandstetter and Braden Jones as the two corners coming in here tonight. So there you have it. There are the captains that you see the Red Devils now in their all red uniforms and red helmets. As we mentioned, they went all brand new in this one here tonight. So they look really, really good. I know that talking to the players this past week and throughout the last 3 weeks, they're geared up and excited for today's game. So let's see who's going to get the football first. You see the head official now saying the Red Devils will receive the football. So we're going to get a chance to see the young quarterback, Drew Van Vliet. And Van Vliet, boy, I tell you what, only a freshman, but he doesn't play like a freshman. Van Vliet, 6'3", 170 pounds, taking over when, of course, Zach Hill transferred back to Union County. And so they do miss Zach Hill, and certainly would love to have had him in the lineup here tonight as a veteran quarterback from a year ago, but it will be up now to Drew Van Vliet. Great to have you with us. We're ready to get another season underway. This, by the way, the 10th year of Radio Troy. This is year number 10. This is my 30th year in Richmond and my 35th overall, and I'm only 40. That's what's amazing about it. I was never very good at math, but it sure sounds better being 40 than 46 as I really am. So we're ready to go. Let's get this thing underway. We're a little after 7 right now. We'll have post-game reaction coming up a little bit later. Of course, we hope that you've enjoyed all of our previews and everything we have brought you over the last 3 weeks. But I think we're ready to go. Deep for the Red Devils. One of those will be Wyatt Bird. The other deep man will be Marquise Johnson. Johnson just a sophomore. He wears number 6. Wyatt Bird wearing number 11. And to kick off the football at the 40-yard line, and this season is underway. Johnson, as you see it, about the 6. Nice move up the middle, and he'll get good field position out to about the 29-yard line.
Kickoff return for the Red Devils, Marquise Johnson.
There you see number 7, Drew Van Vliet. My camera person is a Union person this year, very defiant, and doesn't understand hand signals yet. But by the end of the night, she will. First down and 10 for the Red Devils, just underway here at Leibold Field. Boy, spread offense. They're going to spread it out a lot more than you see right there. There's the pitch to Wyatt. 35. Still on his feet, breaking tackles out to the 40, and that's why Wyatt Bird ends up running as well as he does. Young man had a couple of huge games last year against the Spartans and opens up with a nice run right there and a first down for the Red Devils at the 40.
Good enough for a Red Devil. First down.
So first down, 10:33 to go. Van Vliet. And they'll hand off nowhere this time as Connersville able to stop the run up front. Mitchell Blakely, the 5'9", 175 middle linebacker, one of those there to help make the stop. And so now the Red Devils faced with a second down. That'll be a loss of about 3 on the carry. Coming out of the lineup, Sean Alexander, number 29 there for the Red Devils. Those guys up front, we mentioned, Pierce is a guy that they can move all over the place, and Sam Gamboa and Clayton Raper, Branton Thomas in that offensive line, guys that can move in just about any position. And Van Vliet will throw for the first time, and it's going to be picked off at the 49-yard line as it was in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, a little bit high, but then picked off right there by Braden Jones. Jones, the corner, a sophomore, and there's your first big break of the ball game. Even though the ball may have been a little bit high, it did look like it was a catchable football for the Red Devils defensively. And again, a lot of these players will go both ways. Jewel Taylor, Clayton Raper, Branton Thomas, and Blaine Pierce. Jake Haynes, the very talented sophomore running back, or I should say linebacker, can play some running back. DeMarco Owens also playing some linebacker and running back as well. But here is, of course, now a chance to focus a little bit on this Connersville offense. Adam Kelly, 6'3", 200 pounds. Keep an eye on him tonight. Of course, everybody talks a lot about Landon Serqua, 5'10", 210, and a senior, very powerful running back. Handoff, 45-40. Big hole in the run down to near the 30-yard line by Chad Owens. Owens out of the slot. We have a flag down. So our first penalty flag of the day, and they're having a few issues too with the play clock. By the way, one thing that has changed this year in high school football, I hope we don't see it very much, is there's a new mercy rule that if it gets to 35, then the clock will run. And what I understand is even if the team that is behind makes it 35-34, it doesn't matter. The clock still runs. So once that magical 35 is hit, they will keep things going as you take a look at the Red Devil defense right there. And it looks like that penalty is going to be on the Red Devils. They've moved them back. So not only do they get the big gain, but then a penalty puts it all the way down to about the 15-yard line. So a couple of early breaks for the Spartans. They'll spread it out. We thought maybe they would spread it a little bit more. They like to power run football, but they will spread it. Here's the pitch to Serqua. There you see the cutback down to about the 10, and there's a flag down. This may be a hold.
Number 42,
so back-to-back flags now. Spartans are backing up like they know it is on them, and again, where that is, that's going to be a block in the back. So it was either going to be a hold or a block in the back, so the Red Devils catch a little bit of a break there as well, so that's going to move everybody back. And we'll put it at the 26-yard line. Well, you watch this Connersville program and their head coach, and he's done an excellent job. Adam Kelly, of course, the father of their quarterback, Adam Kelly. And he's a left-hander. We watched him throw last year, and he can really throw the football. Here's the option. Kelly will keep it himself. Well, I tell you what, powering inside the 20. Good run down to around the 18.
Number 2, Adam Kelly.
if you're the Spartans and you think about what they want to do, ball control is probably the main thing because they can play some power football and try to really wear you down up front. Now, if you go back to the scrimmage against Delton, again, it was a very generic day. I mean, neither team really did much. You didn't want to show anything in the scrimmage, but the Red Devils at times did have some problems stopping the run. So the Spartans will come in, and they're hoping to be able to run the football here tonight. Spread offense again, 2 wide on the near side, and you see a man in motion. And, boy, I tell you what, Serqua takes a hit and goes down, loses his hat immediately on the handoff. Therefore, Richmond, number 58, Branton Thomas. And, boy, Branton, young man, does whatever they've asked him to do. He's certainly been an integral part of this football team for the last 4 seasons. Now, wait a minute. We have a flag down and a face mask. That's a late penalty flag right there. We just picked it up. So we have now seen 3 penalties in the last 5 plays and 2 big ones on Richmond, and that negates that nice defensive play by Branton Thomas. There you see the official now marking it second down. 7:55 to go here in the opening quarter of play. Red Devils have the interception on the ball that went through the receiver's hands. I think that receiver might have been John Carter, who's generally pretty sure-handed. But now penalties on both sides. The football just outside the 10 as the Spartans try to get on the board first, and there's movement and another flag. And here's the other thing about this. It's going to be sloppy early because both teams are trying to feel each other out. And again, the Red Devils are probably very anxious here tonight. They want to prove that, the last 4 years have been as much of a struggle for these seniors. And I give those guys kudos. The 4 years they've gone through 4 different coaches and different systems. And they're probably a little bit anxious here tonight. So there's another penalty on the Red Devils. So the Spartans will have it now. Second down and about a yard, so they can get another first down. Serqua, nope, they're going to hand it off. Touchdown. They fake it to Serqua, and the touchdown by Gavin Lynch. And the Spartans will get on the board first.
For 6 yards and a Spartan touchdown.
And it is now 6-0. Well, that had, I think, the Red Devil defense fooled as well. I believe everyone on the field, and maybe a few of us up here in the press box, were thinking it was Serqua. But Kelly played out the fake perfectly, and now the extra point attempt. So the Spartans get on the board first. The extra point is good as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Spartans take advantage of an early mistake, and they get on the board and lead this one 7-0.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with the most comprehensive auto repair services that include general services, car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. Their goal is simple: to offer the best services available at affordable prices to get you back on the road in no time. For a high-performance vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, give them a call at 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Now, a few of the fans here that enjoying some high school football tonight now that the gusts of wind have cleaned out the area. I guess maybe it was just one of those freak wind things, probably global warming. Nonetheless, the wind is gone finally, and everybody can enjoy the evening of high school football. Great to have you with us here tonight. And again, Connersville taking advantage of the early mistake and the interception, and that's where we stand at 7-0. And Richmond again hurt by a couple of penalties in that drive as well. So Richmond will now have Wyatt Bird. He is number 11. He'll be on the right. We talked earlier about Marquise Johnson on the left, and they're going to go to Johnson again. They don't want to have Bird anything to do with it. And in the end zone, Johnson steps back, and so the Red Devils will have it 1st and 10. Today's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with artificial flavors or colors, just $3.50. Every Friday, the tuna, Saturday, the Black Forest ham, and Sunday, the meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Well, Richmond's second possession of this 2019 high school football season. That is Bird in the backfield, gets the pitch, and gets hit across the 22 near the 23.
Ball carries number 11, Wyatt Bird, gain of 3.
Braden Jones looks like number 17 coming up from his defensive back spot to help make the tackle. So it'll be second down. Johnson once again in the lineup for the Red Devils. Sean Alexander, the junior, 5'7", 131 coming out of the lineup. Red Devils have a very deep receiving core this year they can use. Not a lot of size, but guys that can catch the football. Trips to the right. Hand off. Bird breaks a tackle. 35, 40, outside, 50. He could go all the way. 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. The nemesis for the Connersville Spartans run defense is Wyatt Bird. A flag is down. But Wyatt now 9 touchdowns if it stands in 3 games. Penalty is on the Spartans, so the touchdown will stand. 67 yards on the touchdown, and Richmond now down 7-6. I would venture to say that Coach Kelly and the Spartans will be glad to see Wyatt Bird graduate. Well, Gabe Pewterbaugh, this young man, is a junior, and he is a not only kicker but a punter as well. He has a very strong leg. We were watching him a little bit in camp already, and he is a very, very talented young man. Good snap. The kick is on the way into the wind, and it is good. The big run once again by Wyatt Bird, and the Red Devils have tied this game at 7 apiece. Stay right there. We promise to have a good one here tonight. We'll continue right here as Richmond ties it at 7 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Boy, the crowd really enjoyed Wyatt Bird, and why wouldn't you? Another long touchdown run, and you think about the 2 games last year in which he scored 8 touchdowns, and now he's got another one here tonight. Young man just loves running against the Spartans. So that's the spark the Red Devils needed right there. We're again tied at 7. Welcome back once again to Leibold Field. Spartans will let this one go into the end zone. Pewterbaugh kicking that one into the wind. Let me tell you what, Pewterbaugh, if he keeps improving the way he is, what a valuable player he's going to be for the Red Devils this season. I want to remind you, next week we will travel to Mount Vernon, and they're a very good football program this year, so the Red Devils will be tested in their final non-conference matchup. So the Spartans with the football for the second time, and again Adam Kelly, the 6'3", 200-pound junior, will bring his team to the line of scrimmage at the 20. They'll spread it out 4 wide. Kelly to throw. Far side, ball's going to be caught. Yeah, we talked about Kelly last year as Evan Schaefer makes the catch, but we talked about him last year. I know he didn't throw a whole lot in that second game, but he has a strong arm and a very talented young man that I think you'd love to have him on your team. Not only does he play both ways as a linebacker and a quarterback, but quarterback is going to be his future, no doubt. He's got a strong arm, as we said. He can be elusive as well, good size at 6'3" and 200 pounds. So first down and 10, 6:34 to go here in the opening period of play. The man in motion will get the football. Now does he have enough speed to get to the outside? No. Good pursuit by that Red Devil defense. Lynch on the carry, but Richmond able to pursue very well, and Jewel Taylor, one of those there. Jewel, a senior, 5'10", 205 pounds. Of course, the captain of that defense, DeMarco Owens, number 44. Guy plays in the middle there for the Red Devils. So now we're going to call it second down and 10 with no loss or gain on the play. Kelly, quick hitter out in the flat, and boy, I tell you what, a collision right there. Big time hit.
Kelly's pass completes number 9.
It'll be a gain of a couple of yards.
Brought down by number 64, Blaine Pierce.
Blaine Pierce. Heard the public address announcer talking about Blaine, the senior, who is a guy that has started since his freshman year. When you look back, he was a center. They've moved him to tackle here tonight, but he can play on all areas of that offensive and defensive lines and can play a little linebacker for you as well, and he shows how he's a hard hitter on that last play. So third down and 8. Kelly, play action pass. Here comes the pressure, and Kelly is going to go down for the loss, and there's a flag down. I hope that's not going to be a late hit, but it may be a late hit on Richmond. Well, one thing that high school football teams are going to have to learn is to, it's going to be a face mask instead, but nonetheless, you really got to learn to pull off a little bit sooner than you may want to, and unfortunately, that's the second time the Red Devils have been caught on the face mask, and it's going to lead to another first down. And good field position once again for the Spartans. 4:45 remaining here in the first. Gamboa's up front, along with Blaine Pierce. Jewel Taylor, as we mentioned, can play either linebacker or defensive end. They like him at that defensive end spot. And, of course, Branton Thomas in the middle of those front four. Kelly on first down will throw, goes to the sideline and overthrows his intended receiver. Pass was intended for Schaefer. Good coverage there for Richmond, and back there John Carter. So we'll be second down and 10. We'll keep the football at around the 43-yard line. Red Devils have to cut down on a couple of the mistakes that they've made here and get this defense off the field and let their offense go back to work. And Wyatt Bird, 2 seconds on the play clock, and the Spartans will not get it off. They're going to call a timeout.
Timeout on the field, Connersville.
So Connersville unable to get the playoff in time. They will call a timeout. We're going to keep it here for this one. Remind you, tonight's game brought to you in part by Dargy Repair Service. They are family owned and operated. They work on every kind of vehicle, and they specialize on imports. They'll do all types of repairs, big and small, even regular service to major repairs. And they'll do repairs other shops don't or can't do. The only thing they won't do is your tires and your body work. I need body work. Certified Technic Professional Auto Service, Dargy Repair and Service, 1700 Northwest 11th in Richmond. For more information, give them a call at 935-2241. So Connersville using their first timeout. The play clock got down to 1. I didn't think they were going to get that off in time. They got the timeout. Those Coach Kelly making that split-second decision. 2nd down and 10. Kelly has time over the middle and overthrows his intended receiver. Pass was a little bit high, so we've seen both quarterbacks a little bit high on their pass attempts. Myers, the intended receiver. So now the Spartans will be faced with a 3rd down, and now there you see Coach Sonsini talking with the head official. Tony, a long-time assistant coach with not only Richmond but also at Earlham College, was the head coach at National Trail, turned their program around. And for some reason, they started playing before the official even came back out on the field. Apparently, they don't feel they need the head official. Boy, I was listening to in the pregame to Bob Lovell and his report. The state of Indiana, in fact, many states are having a real hard time finding enough football officials. And from what I was talking during the summer to an official over in a camp in Cambridge City, it's becoming dire. I mean, it's getting to the point now where they may have to move some football games to Saturday just to spread all of the officials around. All right, 2nd down. So if you want to be an official, here's your chance. 2nd down, or 3rd down and 10, and there's a flag. Well, I can tell you this right now, it does look like the first game of the year. I'd like to go back and do what they do in Ohio. They allow them a controlled scrimmage. They allow, in fact, 3 scrimmages, and the final one is actually all game situations. And I would like the state of Indiana to do that as well. I don't think that scrimmage does anybody any good. A couple of teams came away with some injuries. If I'm going to get hurt, I want to get hurt at least in something that matters a little bit. And unfortunately, Indiana hasn't gotten to that yet. But I think if you give them a real game-type scrimmage, it would really help. So now you're looking at 4th down and 15. Kelly being pressured. Kelly short, dump off, ball caught, and a 1st down. No, he's going to be short by a couple of yards.
Kelly's pass completes.
Good pursuit by Richmond defensively. In fact, it's going to be short by about 3. They'll put the football at the 50, and looked like that may have been John Carter there to make the stop. Carter, one of the 2 corners with Vincent Narcisse. Jack Guiley is the free safety. Gabe Crow, the strong safety for the Red Devils. Now, they must have been off on the board because now it says 4th down and 3. They had 4th down a little bit ago. And now with the punting unit in, this will sail into the end zone. The wind again is blowing from the north. So that one will go into the end zone for a touchback. Remind you, today's game being brought to you by Midwest IT Support. If you need more information on what they can do for you, Midwest IT Support, their number 765-239-9668. 3:57 here in the opening period of play. You see it right there, tied at 7. Each team has made some early mistakes, and now we'll see Richmond back on offense. Wyatt Bird gets the call again, this time drugged down after a gain of a couple. On the stop was Evan Schaefer, the defensive end at 6'4", 225.
2nd down, Red Devils.
So really the difference in this game has been the interception by Van Vliet, though really wasn't his fault. The pass, again, was a little bit high, but certainly seemed like it was catchable. And then Connersville took advantage of some mistakes made by that Red Devil defense, scored the first touchdown of the brand new season. Here's the option. Bird takes the pitch and goes down, and there he is again, Evan Schaefer. And that wind has now started to pick up again.
Lost 3 in play, brings up a 3rd and 10.
So now as you hear 3rd and 10 as we come up on the 3-minute mark. Sakai Maitland coming out of the Richmond lineup, so the Red Devils will go with 4 wide, but not until an official's timeout. I think we're having an issue with the play clock, though it does say at 40, and there is communication, I think, between the official on the field and the press box, something that I think that they've now managed to make a little easier for everybody. So now they put it down to 22. Out of the shotgun, Van Vliet pressured and goes down. He'll be sacked for the first time. There he is, Landon Serquo, the middle linebacker, 5'10", 210 pounds. And, boy, he's a powerful running back and a very good linebacker. So the Red Devils will have to punt the football, and Connersville right here is going to get very good field position. Pewterbaugh will come in to punt it away. So the Red Devils offensively sputter a little bit. Connersville lining several guys in the box. Pewterbaugh's kick, and this one in the air and shanked off the side of his foot and will go out of bounds on the near side, and he knew when he hit it, he didn't hit it well. I'll go back, if I can, for just a moment and talk a little bit about Midwest IT support. If you're tired of your current IT company and prices going up every month, I know the feeling. If you only get 4 to 5 hours included in your contract before you're charged the overages and the too much money, they can help you. Midwest IT support has set pricing that allows you to budget for your business. No contracts or overages. It's all included. You get a full IT staff without hiring a full-time person. Contact them at 765-239-9668. That's what I get for trying to read that off the screen. 1st down and 10 for the Spartans. Good field position. Adam Kelly on the carry. Gets a couple. I like that, though. It's just a matter of making sure it didn't go dark before I got done reading it. That's like when you do the starting lineups in basketball and you're right in the middle of them and they turn the lights off. I was never smart enough at the time to think I have a good phone, I could turn the flashlight on, so I'd sit there in the dark and wait for it to come back. 2nd down and 9. 1:44 remaining here in the opening period of play. Kelly again in the shotgun. Quick hitter again, and that's high. Schaefer coming in.
Kelly's pass intended for number 9, Evan Schaefer.
In and out of his hands. Boy, that was tough really for Schaefer in a couple of ways. Number one, it was high and it was right into the sun too, so that made it rather difficult right there to make that catch. That'll stop the clock at 1:33. You could all help us out a little bit if you can tell us where you are watching from. Love to hear from all of the Red Devil alumni that are tuned in for another year of high school football. 3rd down and 9. Kelly will hand it off. Serquo started to make that cut up the middle. Then Rudy Brandstetter, the sophomore, 6', 175, is stopped right there. Looks like no gain, so it's going to be 4th down.
Ball carries number 13, Rudy Brandstetter.
You can send us a message through Facebook, Twitter. I'd give you my phone number if you want to send me a message. I think that's wise. Probably not. I'd probably get some joker at 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I'm still up. 1 minute to go. 4th down and 9. Spartans will go ahead and go for it. Kelly to throw, and I'm not sure who he was throwing to, but it went behind his intended receiver. I was wondering who was upset, but that was Schaefer, the offensive guru for the Spartans, up here next to us, and he about threw everything off the top of the press box. So the Red Devils will get it back. Tim Ortiz will come into that offensive line. Ortiz, you talk about pretty good size, 6'6", and 330. So 1st down and 10. Well, the Red Devils go empty backfield, but that's Wyatt Bird in motion, and Bird will get the call, and boy, nobody blocking right there.
Ball carries number 11, Wyatt Bird.
May lose a yard. I think number 53 was in there for the Spartans. That is Braden P., 6'1", 220. You know, they've got some pretty decent size when you consider their offensive line. 230, 220, 220, 220, 220. I'm 220. They've worked those guys on both sides of the football. I'm really very impressed so far with the Spartans. Other than the one big run they gave up, their defense very swarming, and Landon Sirk was a guy that he's kind of what I would consider an animal as a linebacker. Red Devils have one as well. We'll probably hear a lot about our linebacker. Boy, that ball caught. Breaking up the middle, 35-30, 15-10, 5, touchdown. Marquise Johnson. 66 yards on a ball that didn't look like it was thrown as well as Van Vliet wanted it to be, but how about Marquise Johnson, the sophomore, staying with it, and once he got into the crease, it was over. That really gives you an idea of the speed we talked about. They're not big receivers, but they are very, very fast. Pewter ball in for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. No time on the clock. We will head to period number 2 at the end of 1 in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils take the lead 14-7. This is Richmond football. Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond. Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Well, the crowd still very excited about the Marquise Johnson touchdown reception, in which the Red Devils now lead this one 14-7. So big plays tonight by this Richmond offense. And so far, well worth the price of admission. So now the Red Devils and Spartans will change sides. Pewterball will have the win behind him. If he don't put this one in the end zone, I'll run buck naked down Main Street. I know I offer all the time to do that, but Pewterball line drive kick. See, I have all the faith in the world in Pewterball to put that in the end zone. Gage, 5'9", 165 pounds, but he's got a strong leg. Centerville leading Lincoln 7-0 as they head into the second quarter there. Josh Fern is there for us. At the end of the first quarter, Northeastern leading Union County 7-0. So those are a couple of scores that are in as well. Union City leading Tri 12-7. The football scores will be pouring in from all over the place. Even my son is working tonight up in the South Bend area. Handoff, not much there. Richmond's defense again plugging things up in the middle. Josh Fern will have post-game reaction of the Centerville-Lincoln game coming up a little bit later tonight. I better change the quarter to quarter number 2 as well, as we are again underway in the second. Second down and 11. Kelly will work exclusively more out of the pistol than the shotgun. Boy, that pass was high, intended for Schaefer. If Carter sees that ball in time, that could have been a pick six.
Kelly's pass incomplete.
And just like that, it is third down and 11. This big play right here. The Red Devils possibly have excellent field position. And not much there on the run, right at the 20-yard line. So Connersville, all of a sudden now, their offense is struggling.
15, Gavin Lynch.
Lynch on the carry.
Brings up fourth down.
You talk to Tony Sonsini, and he's not unrealistic, knowing that this is another building process. I think the really good news is for this program is he does have 60 kids out, which is really good when you consider a couple of years ago and even last year they were down in the 30s. That one might have been partially blocked. It's going to be a bad kick, though, as it comes out of bounds on the near side, and nearly getting a block is Jack Guiley. Guiley may have gotten a piece of it. You know, Guiley's a guy that just has all kinds of energy. And when I talked to him this week, and he told me he's gained about 50 pounds, I about fell down. And it's in the weight room is where he's made the difference. And Jack Guiley at 5'8", 160. Yeah, he was that small trying to play safety and receiver last year. So the bad punt will give Richmond excellent field position. 10:32 to go. Wyatt Bird on the carry, and Bird inside the 40, still driving down to about the 36-yard line. The one thing we mentioned, too, when Coach Sonsini took over the job, and he knew that he was going to have to convince a lot of these players to come out and play football because the program has been in such, I wouldn't say disarray, but when you go coach to coach to coach to coach, sometimes players end up losing interest in playing, and he got 60 kids to come out. They're going to be young in a lot of areas. Here's Wyatt Bird, nice hole, 30, spins, 25, down to the 21-yard line, and there he is again, Wyatt Bird.
Ball carries number 11, Wyatt Bird, flag on the play.
Uh-oh, there's a flag. I didn't see it on the other side of the field. We are a very low-budget operation. We didn't even have a spotter. I think they had a sideline violation. Yeah. Official looked like, don't go in there, Jim Carey. Hey, you got to have a little fun with these signals, you know. You know, it's like traveling in basketball, but here it means illegal motion, you know. But he did, don't go in there. Third down, or is it going to be first down? Yeah, first down now for the Red Devils. Here's Bird to the outside. Spins again, loses the football, and who's going to get it? And it'll be Spartan football.
Recovered by Connersville.
Looked like it was number 9, which is Evan Schaefer, getting the recovery, but Wyatt, boy, I tell you what, Wyatt made a nice spin after he got the hit, and then he just kind of It just kind of coughed up on him. So the second turnover now by the Red Devils. Jamar Scott is only a sophomore, and he looks like a football player. Jamar wears number 79 for the Red Devils, 5'11", 310 pounds. When he ran out on the field, I'm like, he's big. First down and 10, football at the 9 for the Spartans here with 9:32 to go. Handoff, not much. See if that was Cirqua at the bottom of the pile there for the Spartans.
Buckeyes number 42, Landon Cirqua.
Cirqua again a power back. Only a couple of yards. You know, Richmond does have some size. When you look up and down their roster, Neely at 290, Owens at 270, Kahn at 275. You have Van de Vender at 326, Ortiz at 330, Jamar Scott at 310. So size really not an issue. And with Scott at that defensive tackle spot, he can really plug things up in the middle. Spartans look to run again around the right side. Nothing there for Lynch, at least not a whole lot.
Buckeyes number 15, Gavin Lynch.
You know what's interesting about tonight is people are going to be a little chilly by the end of the night, including me.
Brings up a third down.
Of course, at halftime, we'll show you the Richmond marching band. If you missed the commissioner's report at the pregame, we'll have that for you at halftime. They'll talk a little bit about the officials' situation in the state of Indiana. Third down and 8. Red Devils again on top, 14-7. Kelly, play action. And throws an interception. Great hands by number 44, DeMarco Owens. Boy, Kelly underthrowing his intended receiver. The receiver was behind Owens. And Owens bobbled the football, but then held on for the interception. So the Spartans with their first turnover. And Richmond's going to have the football in excellent field position as you see Drew Van Vliet, the freshman quarterback, now a chance to give the Red Devils a possible 2-touchdown lead, but not until the officials will stop play again. They're going to reset the play clock, I believe. Either that, he was showing everybody how high he can reach, or we may have a timeout. Well, it looks like both teams are going to go to the sidelines. We're going to call this a timeout. We'll come back. Red Devils on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard lead at 14-7.
Today's game brought to you in part by Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads every day. They serve great food priced for family budgets. Mancino's Italian bread and pizza dough are made from scratch every day, and the baking process may take a little more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1166 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Well, someone got the timeout. I didn't see who it was. It may have been the Red Devils. Nonetheless, both teams are back out and ready to go. Branton Thomas was ready to come back out on the field, and he ran back and dove on the sideline. First down and 10. Van Vliet to throw. Nice touch on the football, and just out of the reach of his intended receiver, Marquise Johnson once again. And Marquise had a step on the defensive back, but just a little bit too much on it with that wind behind Van Vliet. So that'll be second down and 10. That'll stop the clock at 7:52. We promise we're trying to get our camera operator to be a little more serious about tonight's game and quit making gestures. Shotgun again for Van Vliet. The pitch. Bird. Wyatt takes a hit and goes down. Cirqua again there, and on the bottom of the pile coming up out of that, Mitchell Blakely, the middle linebacker. In fact, Landon Cirqua and Blakely both middle linebackers, and so a loss of a yard. Third down and 11 as now we're starting to see the sun start to set here tonight. By the way, don't forget my birthday's coming up here in a little while, and September 4th, I'll probably be doing something. You can send me money if you can. 7:15 remaining in the second. I'm not shy about asking for money anymore. Trips to the right. There's a flag. Well, nope, it's going to be a timeout by Richmond, so we take that back as the Red Devils say, you know what, let's talk about this. It's a great scoring opportunity. They will talk about it. We will come back on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils on top 14-7.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
We mentioned at halftime we always get a chance to take a look at the Red Devil Marching Band, so we hope you'll stay around for that. And, of course, the Commissioner's Report again will give you a chance to hear what Bob Lovell has to say. And, of course, he still has his weekly radio scoreboard show on various radio stations around the state of Indiana after the ball games. Van Vliet to throw, has time. He'll tuck it under himself and get down to the 15. That was good coverage on the near side.
Ball carries number 7. Drew Van Vliet.
So 4th down, and Peterball will come in and attempt the field goal. And believe me, he's got plenty of leg, and we talked about him already. It's going to be a 31-yard attempt. The holder will be Wyatt Bird. Again, the wind is behind him. The good news here is right down the middle of the field. So Peterball. Low snap, the kick hit into the line and blocked, and coming up with it for the Red Devils will be Wyatt Bird, and Red Devil fans wanted a flag right there. They thought it was a little extracurricular activity, but the official blows it dead, so Richmond unable to get 3 points on the board.
Connersville takes over, 1st and 10. On their own 26-yard
So Richmond unable to take advantage of a possible mistake right there for the Spartans once they gave up the interception. So now we will see the Spartans come back out once again. As I said, we've seen some flashes of good football tonight, but you've also seen some areas where you know it's game number 1. Well, that snap came quick. Kelly hands off to Cirquat to about the 31. Kelly was pretty lucky to grab that football. I don't think he was expecting it to come quite that quickly. You see Sam Gamboa come in. The Red Devils try to keep that defensive line fresh because a lot of these guys are going both ways. Brandon Thomas will come out. So 2 big plays offensively for the Red Devils, but unfortunately they are unable to get an extra 3 on the board. Spartans will have it 2nd down and 6. Kelly to throw, has a man open, ball caught, got behind the defense, and a 1st down and more for Chad Owens. Owens, 5'8", sophomore, got a step on the defender, and that shows you Kelly has excellent touch on his football. And all he did that, he was able to throw it in a line because the wind, again, is coming out of the north. So now the Spartans down to the Red Devil 32-yard line. 5 minutes and 14 seconds remaining here before halftime. Kelly again, little slant to the inside, ball caught and diving ahead. Evan Schaefer. That little bubble screen on the near side. Quick hitter there for the Spartans, able to get it down to the 27. Schaefer's run that play. In fact, Kelly and Schaefer have connected on that a couple of times here tonight. The one miscue came back in the first quarter when that ball was thrown into the sun. So now the Spartans trying to tie this ball game here in the second. 4:31 remaining. That is Serqua in the backfield. Kelly. 4 receivers now to choose from. We'll put one in motion. Serqua, nothing there. Boy, the first one to hit him, number 44. There he is again, DeMarco Owens, 5'8", 200 pounds. DeMarco just a sophomore. DeMarco looking to the sidelines will get the defensive calls and make the call from there for the Red Devils. I tell you what, I do like Richmond's new uniforms. I love the all red and just the white stripe. Got the numbers on one side of their helmet. Nice decal down the middle as well. The R on the other side. Kelly, Serqua up the middle, down to the 20. Yeah, I love all red. Reminds me of Nebraska. And then they got that stripe down the middle with the Red Devil head right on the back. So Tony did a great job in designing the new helmets. They're very sparkly. First down and 10. We always like sparkly helmets. Kelly to throw, and it went high again. Incomplete. Spartans really like that little bubble screen, or at least they attempt to run that bubble screen on each side now. That was Braxton Myers, just a freshman. Unable to haul that one in. It'll be second down and 10. I want to remind you that on the sports page tomorrow we'll have all of the high school football scores. Big second down and 10 here for Connersville. The fake, the pitch. Oh, there's going to be trouble right here, and they're going to take their losses. Gavin Lynch brought down for a big loss. Richmond not fooled on that at all, and DeMarco Owens, one of those there, and also Branton Thomas for the Red Devils. Great defensive play for Richmond. So now the Spartans with a third down and 19, 2:35 and counting. Spartans do not want this opportunity to get away from them here. A chance for them to put some points on the board before halftime. Kelly's throw behind the receiver and falls incomplete. Pass intended for Evan Schaefer. I think that ball slipped out of the hands of Kelly. He didn't grip that football very strong. You kind of tell when it left his fingertips that it was not a strong throw. By the way, Centerville now leading 14-0 as they play in the second quarter. I think everybody was kind of excited to have high school football back. Maybe the summer was really boring. So it's fourth down and 19, but we may get a timeout right here in Connersville. They want to talk about this. As I said, they have a chance now to do something offensively with the field position they have right here, and they want to try to get something going before we head to the locker room. Today's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice, and it will go in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer and when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. By the way, it was Colin Snyder with a touchdown run that gave the Bulldogs that 14-0 lead. Halftime try now leading Union City 14-12. Big 4th and 19 right here for Kelly and the Spartans, but play will be stopped. Flags are down, whistles are blown, and that's going to go against the Spartans. So they're going to go 4th down and 24. You know, I kind of had a little idea for a fundraiser myself with my 45th birthday coming up. Everybody could send me $45. I'll take 4 or 5 or 45. Just make your donation. You know, we got to somehow make some money on when we go to these NCC games now. $2.50 a shot, that gets a little expensive. I'm going to be as good as I can be on those broadcasts. 4th down and 24, Kelly. Here comes the pressure. Kelly able to get out of it, throws to the sideline, and it is out of the reach of Chad Owens. Well, it would not have been a first down no matter what, but the Red Devils really putting the pressure that time on Chad Kelly. Well, so far, I like what I see out of this Red Devil defense. So now with 2:14, Richmond has had 2 big offensive plays here tonight. Don't be too surprised that they don't get another one. By the way, Warren Central losing to Center Grove 7-0 at the end of their first quarter. That's Van Vliet. He'll go down. Not much that time for the freshman quarterback.
Ball carries number 7, Drew Van Vliet. Loss of a yard on the play, 2nd and 11.
So a loss of 1, and the Red Devils also may play this a little more cautious. They want to turn the ball over deep in Connersville territory and give them an opportunity to get on the board here in the late stages of quarter number 2. 2nd down and 11, 5 wide. Van Vliet over the middle and just out of the reach of Carter. Well, if anything, that gives you a pretty good idea of the arm of Drew Van Vliet. It reminds me of my younger days. No, in all seriousness, he can put some zip on the football. And he'll get more comfortable as time goes along with those kind of throws. That was a pretty good pass route as well, as the Spartans got caught a little bit off guard that time. This time Richmond 4 wide with Wyatt Bird, the lone setback. Big 3rd down play. Wyatt gets the call, and not a whole lot there, maybe to the 36 if he's lucky.
Brings it by 4th and 9.
So now 4th down. I like the new sound system. The only thing we will next week that we're here, we're going to move down to our left a little bit so we're not right in front of the speaker. It's very nice. You could not have asked for a better night weather-wise. It almost feels like we're in the middle of September, though, tonight, not the end of August. Yeah, it went like that. And right when we're starting the pregame, the wind starts coming up and blows everything away. Not that anybody cares, but I thought maybe we'd get you to feel sorry for me a little bit. Here's another timeout by the Red Devils. They will talk about this with 59.2 seconds remaining before halftime. We will come back on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils on top, 14-7.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Tony Sonsini, his offensive staff. Chance now to talk with the offensive unit as now the Red Devils come back out at 4th down and 8. Spartan's going to play this safe here as the Red Devils are going to show punt. 59.2. Peterbaugh back in. He will have the wind behind him. Here comes the rush, almost blocked. And that'll be fair caught at the 30. Dallas Langley almost got a hand on that punt, so Connersville will get it back with 53.8. I want to thank Christy Croft at Century 21 Bradley Realty. Welcome her aboard to our Radio Troy broadcast family this season. Give her a call for more information at Bradley Realty at 260-466-7402. And go to their website, thecroftteam.com. Christy Croft at Century 21 Bradley Realty. 53.8. Kelly back in. Circle with the lone setback as you see 4 wide with a man in motion. And Kelly's going to play it safe. Like the Red Devils, too, you don't want to turn the ball over right here with under a minute remaining. And Richmond says, you know what, we're going to talk about this ourselves. Richmond calls a timeout. Want to remind you that next week we will travel to Mount Vernon. The Marauders. They're a pretty good football program there as well. That'll be a great test for Richmond on the road for the first time before the open-up NCC play against Indianapolis Tech. The Titans will be in town in 2 weeks. And the whistle's blowing downstairs again. I'm not sure why. We're having some problems, I think, in our first time out with the clock operators and the officials downstairs. They have reset the play clock back to 25.
Right behind the home bleachers, there are fresh, right off the grill hamburgers, courtesy of the Richmond High School boys basketball team.
We may have to go get some of those hamburgers.
They're closing after halftime, so get them now.
Yeah, they've got to reset something on either the game clock itself or the field clock. There's a lack of communication now. I know that our partner Brian Cox would be happy to have another delay. So they put the clock, the game clock itself, to 43 seconds. Second down. And we're still waiting to get this all figured out, so we are sorry for the delay right here. Oh, then we have a fire truck coming through. I don't know why. What are we waiting for? Now they've got the clock at 4:38. Well, I know we can't have 4 minutes left, so now they got it down to 43. So whoever's running the clock is not having a good time. Yeah, they're turning around. You're sitting there in the front window, and they're looking at you. And you're starting to press buttons. Oh, please, oh, please. Maybe that's why the fire truck is coming. Maybe it caught fire. He's pushing so many buttons, it's smoking. You know, the thing that you hate about this as a football player is you're very close to halftime, number one. You don't want to be standing around right now. You want to get this thing going and not stand and get tight. You can do that when you get back in the locker room and then come back out and warm up, but you don't want to be standing around a lot. So here we go. Second down. They finally put it at 43. Second down and 11. Kelly fumbles the football, and is it going to be Richmond's? Let's see. Yes. Richmond comes up with a turnover. And guess who? Jake Haynes, number 40, the Red Devils' inside linebacker. And we talk so much about Landon Serqua and what he does on the defensive side for the Spartans. But we had a chance this week to talk with Haynes, and he's ready. He had a heck of a freshman season. and he's gotten bigger and stronger as well. And so now Richmond takes over. First down and 10, 40.1, and the Spartans give up the football. Another turnover, that's their second, and that's exactly what they didn't want to see happen, is give up the football deep in their own territory. Van Vliet to throw over the middle, ball caught, flag is down, touchdown. Second time tonight, Marquise Johnson. It should be pass interference.
21-yard touchdown pass completes. Number 6.
The touchdown will count. And Marquise with his second touchdown reception of the night. And the Red Devils now lead this one 20-7. And if you're Connersville, the worst thing that could have happened did with the fumble recovery by Richmond and the turnover. And Richmond makes them pay. And now Peterball will come in to attempt the extra point. Wyatt Bird, the holder. A good snap. The kick is up, and it is good. We will keep it here for this timeout as the Red Devils take advantage of the huge mistake by the Spartans. And you know what? I was just talking about that a little bit ago. I'm not sure that maybe for Adam Kelly standing around that long may have had some effect. I hope that wouldn't be the case if you're the Spartans, but it just seemed like they were not quite as focused at the line of scrimmage as they were until that time came off the clock. And there you see the Red Devil special teams coming out as well to kick off the football with a 2-touchdown lead. Well, how big is that to get that score when Connersville had the football deep in Richmond territory and was unable to get any points on the board? And then Richmond able to come up with the turnover themselves and able to get into the end zone. And all the momentum right now in favor of Richmond. Poor camera girl, please. Here's a line drive kick, and of course the penalty marked off on the kickoff, so the Spartans will get it back. And if I'm the Spartans right now, I just kind of sit on the football and try to get into the locker room without any more damage done.
First and 10 on their own 20.
By the way, Knightstown leading Hagerstown 7-0. Matchup of the Tri-Eastern Conference co-champions last year. Northeastern and Union County tied at 7. We got some low-scoring games going on out there in the Tri-Eastern Conference in the first week of play. And again, if I'm the Spartans right now, I just maybe kneel on the football here and do not give it away again. But, boy, I tell you what a big hit right there by Branton Thomas. Cirqua got stuck, and Branton nailed him behind the line of scrimmage. That's a great play by the senior Branton Thomas. Right now, this defense just simply taking control of this football game. And Connersville says, you know what, we're going to let time run out. Well, we have seen some mistakes. We've seen some big plays here today by this Richmond offense. Both teams a couple of turnovers, but Richmond on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard leading Connersville 21-7. We'll check out the Red Devil Band coming up next at halftime right here in Radio Troy Digital Sport.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
Hey, if you're looking for a great place to dine, how about Little Sheba's? Come join them in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue and grab one of their gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and more in their smoke-free environment. You can get a 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. For more information about Little Sheba's, give them a call at 962-2999. Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was almost too easy. How about Tony's Car Sales in Richmond? Hi, this is Troy Narangowski. You know, I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's, and I couldn't have been happier with their service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked me through the entire process. Hey, if you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West. For more information, give them a call at 962-5665 or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com. New Vision Sports is a program that will focus on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete. It includes all ages and skill levels. They'll create a customized workout plan to provide an ongoing motivation and support program that'll help you achieve your training goals. There are 3 reasons to train with New Vision Sports: variety, specificity, and accountability. New Vision Sports. Give them a call at 977-5831 or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
And we welcome you back to Leibold Field here in Richmond. Time again for the Red Devil Marching Band as they're set to perform their state band performance. And we'll get them here coming up in just a couple of moments. Great to have you with us as we have kicked off a brand new high school football season, and Red Devils on top of this one, 21-7. And as we mentioned, too, we'll try to check out some of the other scores that are going on as well around the area. And we'll get you updated on that at halftime, and also a chance, too, to hear the commissioner's report as well. So stay tuned for that. Let's go to the Red Devil Marching Band. Looks like they're ready to go. again, the Red Devil Marching Band here at halftime. And speaking of halftime, let's give you an update. There it is. Red Devils on top on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 21-7. Do not go away. We will have the commissioner's report coming up once again and give you an idea of what's going on in the state of Indiana. That is next right here. Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Lovell. This is our first edition of the Commissioner's Corner, our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. Bobby, welcome back. And 320 schools playing football. We have fall sports in full swing. Football literally kicks off Friday night. It is a fun time, an exciting time as the new school year begins around our state.
Well, it's great to be back with you, Bob, and it is an exciting time to be a high school fan or a high school student athlete. We start off our football season Friday night, and it looks as though we're going to have some great weather and some great matchups at first game of the season. And then, of course, our other sports have already been playing some contests. Girls golf's been going on for over a week, and so things are going well, and contests are being played. Kids are out there having fun, and that's what high school sports is supposed to be about.
It's early, but obviously we've talked about this before. Participation numbers just seem to continue to rise each year around our state.
They do, and I think that's a testament to the programming that our member schools are providing for young people. Schools are growing, obviously, and that creates more participation as well. But it's always a comforting point to look at when you see numbers continue to rise. That means kids are playing and they're learning those lessons in that athletic classroom that are very valuable in life.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. We're talking about the fall sports season. We talk every year about this because it's so important, and that is the continuing initiative of the IHSAA with the student athletes and coaches and fans and everyone involved with the issue of sportsmanship. And while we tend to focus on it in team sports like football and basketball, what have you, it's extremely important for all sports in which our kids are involved.
It is, Bob. This is education-based athletics, and we're trying to teach young people life lessons. And part of that life lesson is how to be respectful and how to accept adversity, how to deal with it. And that's what athletics can provide at times. You're not going to win every single contest. You're not going to have your way every single time. So it's important to learn how to deal with that. And that's going to be a lesson that young people take with them to the next level, whatever that might be, when they leave high school. And we think it's so important that we teach those lessons. And so our sportsmanship initiative surrounds those concepts. We actually have released a new sportsmanship kit to all of our 410 member schools. And again, focus on adult behavior. As adults, we need to get better. We've got to get better for our young people and make sure that we understand these are games for kids, and that we're going to try to do the best we can on their behalf to make sure the high school experience is robust and enriching.
You know, one impact of a lack of sportsmanship is a continuing struggle to find competent officials to do your games and matches around the state, and that has a tangible effect because of the behavior of adults.
Well, it is, Bob, and we have a bylaw that says that a member school cannot engage in a contest unless there is a licensed official present. And we are getting to a critical mass with some of our sports where the number of officials is such that our member schools are having to postpone and or cancel lower level contests because there's simply not enough officials. Part of that, not all of it, but part of it is because of the behavior that they encounter from all constituents within the game, whether it be adult fans, whether it be coaches, whether it be student athletes, school administrators, and the association has put together rules and protocols to deal with that. But at the end of the day, we just got to get better as adults. And if we've got folks out there that want to give back to their sport and they want to become an official, we're going to do our best to make sure that that experience is something that they can be proud of and something they can do to give back to student athletes.
The commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox, we start the fall season with the Commissioner's Corner every week here on the IHSA Champions Radio Network. Commissioner, it's always great to talk to you. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Think about the moments in your life, moments you might miss if you become ill. People often ignore their own health, even when their body is telling them something isn't right. Routine health screenings could be the difference between catching it early when it's more treatable or waiting until it's too late. Make time to have an annual wellness visit. Keep up with routine screenings so you don't miss out on any of your moments. Reed Health's team of experts can keep you in control of your health, making sure you stay right where you belong. Reed Health, right beside you.
Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 Southeast Street in Richmond.
It's halftime, and welcome back. We're almost ready for the second half. We want to give a shout-out to former Red Devil Bryce Brown, who a little bit under the weather, we understand, and so we want to wish him well and a speedy recovery, and hopefully everything will be going well for Bryce as he gets close. I think he's about ready to go to school, so he better get well, and you know, you can't be a 4.0 student like me if you're not there. So, Bryce, hang in there. We certainly love having you with us here tonight, and get well, okay? Don't want to have you miss any baseball coming up here pretty soon as well, and thanks for watching as, your Red Devils leading at 21-7 as we're about ready to begin the third quarter. Game of turnovers here in the first half. A couple of big plays by the Red Devil offense and a couple of touchdown receptions tonight as well for Marquise Johnson. So the Red Devils will kick into the wind to begin this third quarter. Peterbaugh will tee it up at the 40-yard line. Next week, it is another 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:30 pregame from Mount Vernon. As Peterbaugh will put this one in the air here in just a moment. We're underway here in the third. Will be a return from the 5. Ball was kicked into the wind and out to about the 25-yard line. Pretty good return. Good special teams play by the Red Devils. It'll be Connersville football. But go back to the second quarter. Right before halftime when the Spartans ended up fumbling the football. And, well, those are the times you want to make them pay for making that kind of mistake. And that's exactly what happened as Richmond able to get the football back and the touchdown to Marquise Johnson, making it 21-7. So Spartans football. First time in the second half. Kelly, the option in the pitch. Couple of yards there, not much. Good pursuit on Richmond's defense. Lynch on the carry. Certainly want to give credit. Looked like one of the first ones there for the Red Devils, again, was Jewel Taylor. He's played well tonight. We mentioned DeMarco Owens. And, boy, that linebacking crew has certainly played well here tonight. Of course, led by Jake Haynes. And what a year he's expected to have as well at 5'11", 210. Second down. Handoff and a first down carry across the 35 down to about the 37. Owens on the carry. One thing the Spartans do a pretty good job of is carrying out that fake. A little misdirection play, and those are the kind of plays right there for this Richmond defense where you really have to stay in your gap. And sometimes if you bite that fake, the next thing you know, guys running it off for a touchdown. First down and 10. Man in motion again. Handoff. Serqua gets a couple.
Ball carries number 42, Landon Serqua.
We just mentioned Haynes. He's in there on the tackle. There is also big number 61, Sam Gamboa. It always seems like 44, DeMarco Owens, in on the play as well. So now it'll be second down and 8. It has turned out to be a kind of a cool evening. We're going to see those temperatures by the time we're done probably drop down into the 60s. Kelly to throw. Sideline pattern, and his man fell down. In fact, it looked like the receiver was kind of stumbling, trying to make his cut. Gavin Lynch to the far sideline. Lynch, I'm not even sure he even got turned around, as that one falls incomplete, and it'll be third down and 8. We get some more scores. We'll certainly pass those along to you throughout the night. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of the games we have seen around the area have been pretty low scoring. Kelly on the fake and then gets dumped for the loss. There he is again, Branton Thomas. And Branton, senior, he's gotten bigger and stronger as well, and they use him on the defensive line, offensive line as well. And that young man right there just does whatever the team needs him to do. I like him. Oh, really? No, the Spartans will punt it away, end over end kick. And Bird fumbles it. Let's see if he got back on it. He did, but Wyatt almost had the second fumble of the night. So it will be first down and 10. Richmond will get the football for the first time here in the second half of play.
To the 31-yard line, the Red Devils take over 1st and 10.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Richmond area Subways. Reminder, each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors. Only $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. First down football at the 26. That is Van Vliet handing off to Wyatt. Breaks some tackles up the middle, and Wyatt churning those legs for a first down out to the 46, possibly 47-yard line. We will go ahead and put it at the 47. You know, Wyatt's not a huge guy. But still very powerful in the backfield. Bird again, right side. And this time tripped up at the very last moment by Adam Kelly. Kelly still down. He is their starting quarterback, and he's kind of looking to the sidelines. He may be a little shaken up. I think Kelly was ready to come out of the ball game right there, and the official pointed him back on the field, but I think somebody had come in for him, so they finally realized they have 11 on the field. Second down and 3. 2 in the backfield. Bird to the outside, 40, 35, 30, and brought down. A little horse collar tackle at the 25-yard line. Gavin Lynch able to horse collar him right there. I'm kind of surprised there wasn't a flag. Bird having another big night, and now the Red Devils go with DeMarco Owens in the backfield. The first time, in fact, only the second time we have seen this. Owens on the carry. He's going to get tripped up. Could be a loss of yardage on the play this time. Braden P. in there to make the stop.
Loss of a couple, 2nd and 12.
They will call it, you heard the public address announcer right there, a loss of a couple. By the way, with 8 minutes left in the third quarter, Centerville now leading Lincoln 21-0. Tri leading Union City 21-20. Van Vliet, ball caught, short gain. Not a whole lot that time on the reception for the Red Devils. Eli Irvin. So Irvin gets his first reception. By the way, out of the NCC, Lafayette Jeff and West Lafayette tied at 26. Broncos are one of the top-ranked teams in 6A at number 8. 7:11 remaining. Red Devils 3rd down and 6. 4 wide this time. Trips to the left. Bird the lone setback. Van Vliet to throw. Ball caught near side. 15 driven out of bounds. Gabe Crow, the senior, 5'8", 150 pounds, making the reception. And the Red Devils have a first down now at the 12-yard line. Red Devils now getting a couple of different receivers involved. We mentioned Eli Irvin a little bit ago. This time, Gabe Crow. Richmond now the spread with trips to the right side, hash mark left, handoff to Wyatt, and he'll go down immediately. Going to lose a yard or so. Is Schaefer in there to make the stop? He as well for Connersville.
Loss of 3 on the play brings up a 2nd and 13.
So as you hear there, it's going to be 2nd down and 13. As we come up on the 6-minute mark, been a quick third quarter. Richmond back once again with the Two running backs in the backfield. A little more protection now for Van Vliet. Now Van Vliet flushed out, throws, and will they throw the flag? Yes, they have. Well, either it's going to be an intentional grounding or it's going to go against the Spartans. Either way, we got our first flag of the quarter, and they're going to say roughing the passer. So that will be a first down for the Red Devils. And now you're looking at first down and goal as Richmond, by the way, Mason Wicker a touchdown as the Patriots now leading Northeastern Union County 14-13 in the fourth quarter. So Richmond first and goal now, put the football at around the 7-yard line. Van Vliet again out of the shotgun. Wyatt Bird over the left side. Bird down to maybe the 3. The knee might have gone down at around the 4, but again, we'll wait for the spot of the football. They will put it at the 4-yard line. Richmond a chance here to take a commanding lead in this third quarter. Well, we got some news today. We'd mentioned, we'll get to our story here in a moment as Bird again on the carry. Will he find a hole? Yes, touchdown, Red Devils.
Touchdown run by number 11, Wyatt Bird.
So Wyatt, second touchdown for the Red Devil running back. Had the long run earlier, this time the short touchdown, and Richmond now leads it 27-7. This is now 27 unanswered points put on the board by the Red Devils, who fell down 7-0 early in this one. And now we got another officials timeout. On that matchup of the top teams in 6A, Center Grove now leading Warren Central 14-7. That's a great matchup between those two teams. So Peterpaw getting in for the extra point. The kick is a line drive kick, and it is through the uprights. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 5:12 remaining here in the third, and the Red Devils now lead it 28-7.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance knows you're good at fitting one more dish in an already full dishwasher. We're good at your insurance.
Dad.
You're good at pretending to be asleep.
Dad.
We're good at your insurance.
Dad.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Now Richmond a commanding 28-7 lead as we still have 5:12 remaining here in the third quarter. A couple of touchdowns tonight by Wyatt Bird. One the long run early, and then again the touchdown to make it 28-7. And then the 2 touchdown receptions also by Marquise Johnson. Van Vliet hooking up with Johnson on one of the long touchdown passes and coming back with a short score as well. So Richmond taking advantage of Spartan mistakes here tonight. That one off the side of the foot by Peterbaugh, and that'll bring a penalty flag. All indications right now, the Red Devils picking up a win here tonight. 3 straight over the last 2 years, potentially over Connersville, but also momentum heading into next week as the Red Devils will go on the road against Mount Vernon, and that'll be a really, really good test. Northeastern, by the way, touchdown in their game against Union County. Knights now lead it 20. Well, they call illegal procedure against the Red Devils, but Northeastern now leading Union County 21-14 with 11:13 remaining in the fourth quarter. So first down and 10 now for the Spartans. Red Devils showing blitz right here. Here come the linebackers, and the handoff will go around the left side. Not a whole lot there. Haynes there for the tackle for the Red Devils. Also coming up to help make the stop was Jack Guiley. Brenton Thomas coming out of the lineup. He limping a little bit as he heads to the sidelines.
2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 on a night that feels more like late September. I know. I'll be freezing to death here in a minute. Second down and 6. Kelly puts a man in motion. Hand off to the end around, and the ball pops loose. Richmond picks it up. Red Devils will get it off the turnover. And Richmond, with John Carter, ball bouncing right into his hands, will pick it up off of the fumble by Gavin Lynch. And Richmond will have excellent field position. Dallas Langley is down for the Spartans. And he is not getting up anytime soon. There you see Langley. He is holding his, in fact, you can kind of tell he has hurt his left leg somehow. This is bad news if you're a Spartan. Langley, a starting tackle on both sides of the football. And so they will check him out. We will take a quick break ourselves on the Wesley Bates. Hopefully maybe it's only a cramp. That would be good news. I'm telling you, we're going to keep it here, though, because I think they're going to try to work on that cramp. Generally, you watch a trainer come out and try to stretch that calf muscle, it is a cramp. .413 remaining here in this third quarter. Boy, I tell you what, one thing, things have changed so much in technology. Everybody's updating games all over the place. Yorktown now leading Anderson 6-0 at the half. You could literally sit at home if you had enough people you could follow and just watch the scoreboard. You don't even need to go to the games. Who needs to go to games anymore? But you got to make sure you're following everybody, though. See? Well, the good news is for the Spartans is that Dallas Langley is okay. Just the cramp, so he is out of the ball game. Red Devils see if they can take advantage. Yeah, we are finally back here at Leibold Field. We apologize, ended up losing our signal, but the Red Devils did score another touchdown. So 35-7. It was a Van Vliet touchdown, the third one of the day to Marquise Johnson. And so the Red Devils again now lead at 35-7. 1:45 remaining now here in the third quarter. We'll try to keep you at least updated. You know, the funny thing is about this technology is the computer just goes, you run into a problem and it shuts me off. One of these days, I'm going to throw the computer about 50 yards. As right now, the Spartans have the football, 1:34 remaining here in this third quarter. So, again, I apologize, and we'll try to work on getting that taken care of before next week. There's nothing more excruciating than sitting here waiting for it to come back. And the Red Devils, of course, score a touchdown. 4th down and 7. And the Spartans will punt the football away. One man deep. There is a flag down. You know, if anybody knows how mad I get when that goes down, it's my wife. It's a good thing there's nobody around that I don't like.
Flag on the play. False start on Connersville.
I might have to.
Remains 4th down.
I might strangle him. Yeah. Take a deep breath. So why is it still spinning on your thing? All right. Spartans will do it again. High snap. Here comes the rush. It'll be a short kick. But take a Connersville bounce, and picking up the football, that's a dangerous play right there at the 46. There for the Red Devils was Marquise Johnson once again. Bryce said he moved into last week, starting classes. You're having issues with body functions. Wait till you get to be my age. You don't want to know what happens at 45. You should have, you know what? You should see the body functions a little bit ago when this thing went off. Gerard's over there going, uh-oh, he's going to bust a cap here in a minute or something. His blood vessels are coming out of his head. 105 as the Spartans had another player down. They're having some cramp issues. This time it is Landon Serqua. He is way back at the 5-yard line. Abel Oasis is also former Red Devil there. Is that Belgium? As in, like, is that Michigan or something? Or no, I'm just. Of course, Julian Holguin, who, by the way, every time I asked Julian for a big play, remember last year, he'd get me one. He's at Indiana Wesleyan. Of course, they have an excellent football program going there. Red Devils football. Here is Wyatt to the outside, still on his feet, 40-35, and finally brought down near the 32, maybe 31-yard line. Jacob Jones, Red Devil lineman last couple of years, in with us as well. I noticed you put on there, we'll be right back. In the meantime, I was having a coronary. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes when that computer decides, I want to update. They're brilliant, yeah. Van Vliet to throw, and ball is going to be caught between two defenders. Spinning and scoring the touchdown is John Carter. Third touchdown throw of the night for Van Vliet. And the Red Devils, with 34.3 remaining, putting it to the Spartans now here in the third. What a catch. And what a throw by Drew Van Vliet. There were two defenders right there. And great concentration there by John Carter. Pewterbaugh will attempt the extra point, and it's going to be blocked. So the extra point, no good, but still the Red Devils. Here in the third on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, now leading the Spartans 41-7. This is Richmond football, the Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance knows you're good at fitting one more dish in an already full dishwasher. We're good at your insurance.
Dad?
You're good at pretending to be asleep.
Dad?
We're good at your insurance.
Dad?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Well, how about the debut of Drew Van Vliet, the freshman? 3 touchdown passes, and none better than what we just saw on that scoring strike to number 3, John Carter, another sophomore. Marquise Johnson, only a sophomore. John Carter, a sophomore. They look like they've been working on that pass play for quite some time, but it was ran perfectly, and now the Spartans will get the football back, fumbling it inside the 10, and then picking it up is Chad Owens, and Owens will get buried at about the 17, maybe 18-yard line. Boy, how big might that have been if we're back. I'll tell you what, if that goes off again, I'm putting my headset down. Yeah, I'm going to start tweeting the rest of the game. Yeah, I will. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Thank you. I'm glad, because this thing is going to die in a minute. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils on top of this one, 41-7.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connersville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery. Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
You know, we always want to tell people we're glad that we're getting a chance to visit with some of you out there. But if you saw, not only when we had that technical glitch when my computer said you're having a problem, nothing's worse than watching white people dance to this music. It's just, it's not good. See, she's so busy dancing, she forgot to get on the camera there. All right, let's try to make this a little more serious the rest of the way. And maybe for 12 minutes we can stay on. As we begin the fourth quarter, running the football is Serqua back to the 32. Serqua just moments ago was battling some cramping issues. At least nobody said anything really bad to me yet. Like, when are you going to retire? When are you going to, find something different to do? I'm going to be an IT guy. Spartans will throw on the flat. That's out of the reach that time of Chad Owens. The thing is, now this is in all seriousness. We've seen issues in the scoreboard. We've seen issues in the public address. We've seen issues with all kinds of stuff tonight. It's just not the right night. It's first game stuff. If it doesn't do better next week, it'll be the last time for me. My last game. The beginning of 30 years and the end of 30, all in one night. Second down and 10. Kelly to throw over the middle and behind his receiver. Their timing is just a little bit off. Gavin Lynch unable to haul that one in, and you can just kind of tell the Spartans aren't quite all in sync in that passing attack just yet. There's been some guys that have been open tonight, and they just haven't been able to connect. Most of his passes that he has thrown have been behind his receivers. Third down and 10. Kelly again to throw. Ball caught, 45-50. Still in his feet into Richmond territory, and then driven out of bounds on the far side. A late flag coming in. Think they're going to tag another 15 yards onto this one, and a late tackle. Dallas Langley. They'll take that back, not 58, but 28 on the reception. That was Braxton Myers, just a freshman, making the catch, and the yards after the catch was big, and so the Red Devils again will be penalized. An extra 15 yards on that one. So I see at least it's still working, right? All right.
15-yard penalty on the end of the play.
11:24 remaining here in the fourth quarter. They're going to mark this off again a little bit further now, down to the 17-yard line. Don't be a smart aleck. So first down and 10 for Connersville. And around once again, but not a whole lot there. There's another flag down. This may be on the Red Devils again on the carry. Chad Owens. While they're sorting this out, hey, don't forget tomorrow the Richmond cross-country invitational will start at 9 o'clock in the morning, and they'll run at that's going to go against the Spartans. They're going to run at the IU East course, which is a very demanding course. And so the Red Devils will run for the first time tomorrow. So now after the penalty is called, the officials will mark it off. I was actually kind of surprised that went against the Spartans, but the Red Devils will take it. So the penalty will make it now first down and forever. Kelly in the shotgun. The option keeps it himself down to about the 30.
Ball carries number 2, Adam Kelly.
Yeah, Richmond's defense, again, overall, they played very well here tonight. Jewel Taylor once again in there for the Red Devils. And I usually do say a host of others because they've done a really good job of gang tackling here tonight, making sure they are pursuing to the football. Second down and 22, and now the Spartans will spread it out. Kelly pumps and then throws a little in pattern there, dropped. Braxton Myers, the freshman wide receiver, unable to hold on to the football. So it'll be third down now. That was a nice catch on the sideline by Evan Schaefer. Schaefer able to get out of bounds. That's stopping the clock at 10:20 as the Spartans trying to get on the board here in the fourth quarter. Kelly with Circle in the backfield, throws. There's a flag down. Pass is incomplete. Another flag is down. We got flags all over the place. You know, at this rate, might as well throw a flag up here. Throw one on me. Centerville on top of Lincoln, 28-6. So there you see the offsetting penalties. So that'll put the football back to the 7. Kelly again to throw. And ball's caught inside the 5. Did he get to the end zone? No, down to the 1-yard line. Evan Schaefer again on the reception. But the Spartans will now have it first. Wait till we get a number here. But the Red Devils have been pretty lucky tonight. Not a whole lot of injuries to speak of, but they're going to check on the player that is hurt right now and see if we can get some updated scores for you. Of course, we'll have a complete scoreboard coming up a little bit later, either tonight or tomorrow morning. This third quarter is taking our fourth quarter is now taking a long time. Bulldogs on top, 42-6 over Lincoln. It was number 2 that was down there for the Red Devils, that being Clay Sides, another sophomore. Northeastern leading Union County 27-14. They are in the fourth quarter. Connersville trying to get on the board right here, and did they get in? We wait for an indication. And so far, yes, there it is. Touchdown Spartans.
Number 2,
Adam Kelly on the keeper. It'll be a 1-yard touchdown run. (41-13) with 10:01 now remaining here in the fourth quarter. So now Martin will attempt the extra point. You know, the pace of this game has really slowed down, too. And the extra point is good on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils still lead this one 41-14.
Think about the moments in your life, moments you might miss if you become ill. People often ignore their own health, even when their body is telling them something isn't right. Routine health screenings could be the difference between catching it early when it's more treatable or waiting until it's too late. Make time to have an annual wellness visit. Keep up with routine screenings.
By far, with top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
You know, I am glad that the Red Devils are winning tonight because if anything has gone wrong, it's gone wrong. So the Red Devils will get the football back. Let's see if they get a return. On the return will be Johnson. Marquise the cutback, 35. Still on his feet. Out to about the 39. Gets a nice hand from the crowd here tonight. By the way, New Pal beating Kokomo tonight 63-13. That kind of gives you an idea of just how good New Pal is. Logansport is now losing to Peru, 48-21. What? Yeah, they're playing out of the country. First down for the Red Devils as Van Vliet stays in. The freshman quarterback will hand off. Wyatt gets brought down by Schaefer immediately. That'll be a loss of a couple. So we do know already that a couple of teams out of the North Central Conference losing their season openers this evening. I've kind of felt like I lost my season opener too. I was expecting good things and everything sucked. Second down and 12. Yeah, you're not on my end over here. Van Vliet, the option pitch. It'll be Wyatt trying to get to the outside. He'll be brought down. Nice open field tackle near the sideline by Gavin Lynch. One thing the Red Devils want to do now is just keep the clock running. What are you laughing about now? I'm going to keep whining. Red Devils will spread it out this time with 5 wide, empty backfield. That's going to be Bird, though, in motion. It didn't work very well. His timing was off on that one. By the way, the Knightstown Panthers now leading Hagerstown 21-0. So Hagerstown off to a slow start offensively as well. Hey, listen, you haven't seen me whine yet. As they say, I'm going to piss and moan for a long time. Bird again in motion. Here's Van Vliet a little bit high on the slant pattern there to Marquise. I have a feeling that now most of the fans have said, you know what? Darren Gowski can't keep it on the air. I'm going somewhere else. That's right. I'll just do what they told me to do and go to Twitter. 4th down and 19. Red Devils give up the football. By the way, Union City got a win tonight. They beat Tri 23-13. So the Indians off to a good start in the TEC. High snap. Pewterball able to get a nice one off this time inside the 30. Ball is touched by return man, and I believe the Spartans are going to get it back. Though a huge mistake almost made by the Spartans, and we have an injured player way back the other end of the field. I think it's Brandon Thomas, and boy, Brandon has played well tonight. I hope he's okay. He's been suffering from a couple of injuries early in camp. Nothing serious, just nagging things, but they're going to go out and check on him. Now, as you see him standing, he was standing there, and my camera person decided to go back the other way while I was well, I was just talking about him. There you go. That it may be a cramp too. I mean, a lot of guys have been cramping up, especially for the Spartans here tonight. So they'll help Branton off the field, and we will continue play. 8:13 remaining. Connersville 4 wide, man in motion. That'll be Lynch. Kelly will keep it. And that's going to be knocked down. That's pretty good defense right there. Good job by Jack Guiley. Good timing on that play. Red Devil fans were wanting a holding penalty called. But Guiley able to knock that one down, the free safety for the Red Devils. Final score, Northeastern opens up with a win down at Union County 27-14. Kelly again will give it off now to number 13. That is Brandstetter. Brandstetter getting a few yards. We'll put it at the 23. And we're down to, we still have 7:39, by the way, to go in this one. The pace of this one in the second half hasn't been quite the same as it was in the first half. Kelly once again with two receivers to the short side of the field. He's looking to the far side. Ball is in the air, and a flag is down. Myers, the intended receiver. And I think we're going to have a interference call, number 18 on the play, Vincent Narcisse, there for the Red Devils. So that'll be a penalty on Richmond. Well, the good news about a game like this, Red Devils are going to come out with a win here tonight, and they'll get a really good look. I mean, the scrimmage, as we said, it's just not enough. But in a game like tonight, you're going to see some of the weaknesses. You're going to see some of the good things. And you get a chance to see everything on film, and they'll come in on Saturday morning and get a chance to look at it from top to bottom. And they'll be able to evaluate a lot better going into week number 2 than they did, I believe, after the scrimmage. I am going to let you take care of the rest of the social media till the end. And please stop dancing. All right, penalty. First down and 10, and the flag still hasn't been picked up yet. So the penalty flag is still laying back at the 15-yard line or close to it. Nobody's going back to get it. Yeah, look at that. That flag is all by itself saying, somebody pick me up, please. There he goes. And he gets a good hand from the crowd. You know, the officials probably say, something's missing. I feel naked out here all of a sudden. So first down and 10 following the penalty, and now Kelly, the handoff to Lynch, finding running room to the outside. Lynch will dive ahead as he gets a first down. It's a nice run by Gavin Lynch there for the Spartans. I think it's a tough crowd here tonight. I think they want more points. Yeah, the student section is still here in force. First down and 10 again for Connersville. Handoff. Nice run up the middle. Boy, hard hit once again as Brandstetter hit there by Jack Guiley. Guiley's finding those extra 50 pounds useful tonight. By the way, if there are any complaints about the broadcast tonight, send them to Suzanne Derengowski. Lynch, nice breaking tackles, gets to the outside and then inside the 20 before he's finally brought down. Jake Haynes there for Richmond on the stop. We have a complaint department, and she does really well because she answers all the complaints at her other job. I would be hanging up the phone. You talk to him. Handoff again, and a hole up the middle for the Spartans as they continue to run the football. And well, the Red Devils don't need to lose somebody right there. It just happened to catch Gabe Crow, almost twisting his knee. The Red Devils are going to get a timeout right here. So Richmond's going to talk about their defense for a couple of moments. We will take a quick timeout. We're about ready to wrap this one up here tonight, but still 6:02 remaining. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Red Devils on top, 41-14.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with the most comprehensive auto repair services that include general services, car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. Their goal is simple, to offer the best services available at affordable prices to get you back on the road in no time. For a high-performance vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, give them a call at 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Saturday morning, we will have our Saturday scoreboard and our sports page, so make sure that if you don't stay up tonight, we have all kinds of scores that'll be heading your way tomorrow, from high school football to the NFL preseason games, Major League Baseball, all of that again on the sports page coming up tomorrow morning. But we still have 6 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here. Kelly will throw, and the ball's dropped. There are 2 flags down. And this is the part of the ball game where things are getting a little sloppy, Poppy. Gabe Crow coming out. So now the officials there, you see them doing a United Nations meeting and trying to decide what they're going to call. You know, the one thing we haven't had yet, we need one more. If we can get Van Vliet to throw one more touchdown pass, we got a Bundy. 4. He's got 3. We need 4. And now we'll do the Bundy right up here. And you can even turn the camera around. And all right, we're waiting still. So now the head official going over to talk with Coach Kelly on the far side, while the other 3 are determining where the football is going to be marked off, and it's apparently going against Connersville. You know, by the way, just in case no one knows, with this being my 30th year of high school football in the state of Indiana here for Richmond, I proposed a 30-foot statue of me outside Leibold, but so far I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, they won't give me a gold watch. They'll give me a stainless steel one that says 30. Okay. Back to football, I guess. That meeting probably took 2.5 minutes just to figure out where they're going to put the ball. 5:59 to go here in the final period of play. Fans hanging on here tonight. See Richmond open up with a win. Kelly to throw. Down the middle. Ball caught inside the 5. Touchdown Spartans. Myers on the reception. And boy, there's again, that gives you a pretty good idea of the arm of Adam Kelly. He put that one on a rope, and Myers made a nice catch. And now the official waving his arms frantically to stop the clock or something as he turned around immediately to look at the scoreboard. At least he didn't do the Jim Carrey and say, do not go in there. Martin will attempt the extra point. You mean don't go in there? You remember the movie? You know, when he was at... it means don't go in there. Here's Martin in the extra point. It's on the way. This time it is good. Spartans get 21 on the board, and on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Richmond still leading it 41-21. Stay right there. This is Richmond football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Red Devils lead at 41-21 back here at Leibold Field. 5:50 remaining. The Red Devils will get the football back. Wyatt Bird is deep, and of course the star of this one here tonight, Marquise Johnson, 3 touchdown receptions. Yeah, we need to get a shot at the cheerleaders. This one kicked to the sidelines and out of bounds, and that'll be a flag. Who are you trying to show? Oh. Instead, you missed the kick out of bounds, which really had fans on the edge of their seat. Gee, we've never seen that before. I did tell them about it. That's an unusual play. It was kicked out of bounds. Boy, I tell you what, next week is going to be smooth as a baby's rear end. We got all the crap out of the way this week. Red Devils with the football. Bird 35, 40, 45. Takes a couple of hits. Going to get another first down run. That's about 13 yards on the carry. Fox in there for the Spartans. One of many tacklers this time for Connersville. Have you got any donations yet? That's the other question. Should have asked those at the beginning of the game. 5:28 to go. Red Devils with a first down after the Bird carry for 13. Wyatt again. Get a couple on this one. Kelly there. Also there for the Spartan 67, Alex Fox, the junior 5'11", 220. I noticed our PA guy's not doing anything anymore either. Everybody's checked out. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Bird again. 45, 40, and the defender holding onto the jersey and finally bringing him down. Mitchell Blakely got a piece of that jersey, and he was drug a couple of yards before he finally brought him down. Wyatt again will be well over the 100-yard mark here tonight. Red Devils make a change as Maitland will come out. I'll tell you what, I see a young man of Marquise Johnson on this side has one-on-one coverage. I think the Red Devils are not going to throw the football, though. Nice carry up the sideline. 15, and then finally driven out of bounds at the last moment as DeMarco Owens showing his ability to get to the outside.
Good enough for another Red Devil. First down.
So DeMarco able to show his running ability, and we knew he could run the football, just hasn't had as many opportunities here tonight. Red Devils now 1st and 10. And it'll be Bird, and Bird near the 5. I think the Red Devils can still get another first down. They would have to get to the 1-yard line. And we're coming up on 3.5 minutes remaining in this one. Wyatt will sit down. As again, the freshman Van Vliet now will be working with Evan Crisp Guess. He wears number 1. And, of course, DeMarco Owens in the backfield as well. Van Vliet out of the shotgun as he'll survey what's available on defense. And here is Crisp Guess, and he's going to be brought down for a loss back to the 10. Mitchell Blakely again.
Ball carries number 1, Evan Crisp Guess.
Evan 5'7", 162 pounds.
39.
So we're going to put that ball again back to the 10-yard line. So now the Red Devils faced with a 3rd down and 9. Clock down to 2:20, and the Red Devils will open up with a second straight year with a win over Connersville. Last time the Spartans were here, they beat Richmond after the Red Devils had a 16-0 lead at halftime. Here's Owens. Owens to the 5. Tries to run over a tackler. That's going to be Adam Kelly making the stop. Could give him the football at the 3. We'll wait for the spot of the ball. And we're down to 1:49.
Gain of 6 brings a 4th and 4.
So in this situation at 4th down and 4, you really just go for it right here. The Red Devils making a change in their personnel. Sean Alexander heading back in. Eli Irvin starts to come out of the lineup, and I think there's some confusion here as the play clock down to 5, and Richmond's going to have to call a timeout. They weren't sure exactly what they were going to run. Well, wait a minute. They're not going to. The officials did call a timeout. I think the Red Devils were quite ready for that yet, but now the team will come to the sidelines. Again, next week we will travel to Mount Vernon. Marauders, as we said, we will find out more about them throughout the week next week. Of course, we'll talk with Tony Sonsini on This Week in Richmond football next Thursday. Also talk to the players on Thursday and get their reaction to what's coming up next week. And we'll get a chance to also talk to a couple of players after the game here tonight. Well, we see that Wyatt Bird is down on the sidelines as well, and hopefully that's nothing more than a cramp, as we've seen that quite a bit tonight. But 4th down and 4. Owens in the backfield. Here comes the rush, and Van Vliet just a little bit off the mark for his intended receiver. It was behind him. Maitland was the intended receiver, but the pressure was coming from the left side for Van Vliet. I think he kind of felt that at the last minute, knew he needed to get rid of the football. And so the Red Devils will turn it over on downs with 1:14 remaining in this one. Somebody told me I better get ready to dance here. Is that the one down Main Street? The dance. The dance? What? No. Big. You only do the big dance in basketball. I don't think you call it anything. Timeout Richmond. That's what they call it. Red Devils get a timeout. You know, the radio TV guys, they must be unionized. I mean, they're already done. The game's not even over yet, and they're already done. They probably think that, you know, if we go past 9:45, we work no further. That's okay. You guys, you know what? You're probably tired. I understand that. We'll talk about that next week, okay? Yeah. Got a union of two, probably. Oh, they know I'm just giving them a hard time. You know, that's what happens when you get your wisdom teeth pulled and stuff. Do the whole game. Wyatt is up, but he is limping. We'll hopefully get an update on him as Kelly hands off the football. That's going to be a loss of a couple of yards. Not much going on that time for the Spartans as Brandstetter gets thrown for the loss, and Connersville may get another playoff or two. That sound system's picking up everybody in the press box. It's kind of like those movies where the play-by-play guy's over the PA system, you know. You get to hear everybody. Yeah, we've done that before. Could be the final play of the ball game. Ball is caught and brought down immediately. Evan Crisp Guess on the tackle.
Pass completion number 28.
Braxton Myers on the reception.
Brings up a third down.
Third down right here, and this should be, I think, close to the final play with 15 seconds remaining. We're going to go ahead and put Richmond down on this one as a win. And Richmond will think about next week after another win here tonight and the debut of head coach Tony Sonsini. Getting a victory here tonight. Now watch, I tweet the score out, and they'll score like 5 touchdowns in the last 15 seconds. Yeah. That's right. How did they do that? Well, not that we've ever had any delays in this game tonight, but we're waiting again. And I'm not sure. It is a flag down, so let's make sure we do the graphics right here and get the little yellow flag on there. That is cute, isn't it? I wish it would wave. Flag, get it? Wave. We're not that talented to figure out how to make it wave yet. You know, I want to tell these guys there's only 15 seconds remaining. Nothing's going to matter too much right here. So make a call and let's go. They kicked out 2 players? Really? Really? Oh. So, I see. Yeah. So we have a couple of players that were jawing a little bit too much, apparently. You know, the weird part about this is, well, not weird, but, you know, a lot of these guys have to get on the bus in the morning and go down to Connersville and play the JV game. Yeah, that's always fun when you're playing McCutcheon. You get them here and you get to go up there at 6 o'clock in the morning. All right, maybe again this will be the final play of the game. 15.5 to go. Kelly to throw again, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Good coverage for Evan Crisp Gass. The pass intended for Myers. Unfortunately, that only took 4 seconds off the clock. We're going to stretch this game to 11 if we can. Very calm and collected, yeah. Here's another flag. Yeah. Okay, guys, just hold on to the flags and, yeah. Well, you know, and again, all fairness to officials, they have a tough job to do, but you would have to literally rip a guy's head off right now before I'd throw a flag. there would have to be, the head would have to be rolling on the ground inside the helmet, and I still might not throw it. I'm an official. I don't get paid by the hour, by the way. So this is about when sportsmanship goes out the window, too. I mean, sportsmanship pooey. Well, when I get past almost 3 hours, I get giddy. Yeah, it's way past my bedtime. Most of the fans have left except for the late-night partiers. All right, finally. Again, 11.2. Can we just run the ball here and run this out? Nope. Kelly gets drilled. Oh, and a flag goes down again. I think it was just a high hit that time by Gabe Crow. And I think they're just going to stop this game right there before anybody gets hurt. But, boy, Gabe leveled him on that play. Now, the Red Devils have come to the sidelines, and they're going to make sure that Adam Kelly's okay. I hope he is. He didn't even see the guy coming. But that was probably, again, a helmet to the chest head area, which they really do not want you to do anymore in high school football. So that's your final score. Richmond victorious tonight. They beat Connersville 41-21. And so the Red Devils have dropped the Spartans 3 times now in the last 2 seasons. And another season-opening win here tonight for the Red Devils. And now they're going over to say something to Coach Kelly and his team. I hope they're not thinking about bringing him back out here. 6 seconds. So now they put 6 seconds on the clock. And the fans are in mass hysteria. They paid for the whole game. They want the whole game. They don't want to be shortchanged 6 seconds. And I don't blame them. All right, did they wave it off? We're waiting now. I know they're going to call the foul against Richmond. I don't know what he just did right there. He was waving his arms, but I think the game is over now. They've called it right there. All right, that's it. It's final. 41-21, thanks for being with us again next week. This Week in Richmond football on Thursday. Don't forget, we'll be on the air next Friday night from Mount Vernon. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll have it for you right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Post-game reaction coming up later as well. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next week.